We all know Sonic X. Either you like it for its art style, or it was part of your childhood. I mean, it was for me, and look how I turned out. The IRS is after me. It's no question that Sonic X is the best Sonic cartoon, except for Sonic Boom. And yes, I don't like Sonic Prime, even though I bought the Shadow figure. Trust me, I'm okay. Looking back on it now, Sonic X was your average video game cartoon. But back when it came out, it being popular was an understatement. I mean, many Sonic fans nowadays started with Sonic X. Like me. Anyway, with the popularity of Sonic X, we got several seasons, multiple toy lines, games. Wait, what? The toy lines? We got the famous Sega Prize set, the terrible Toy Network set, the Gosh set, the Sega Toy set, the GEOA set. Wait, hold up. Did I just say gosh? I'll stop doing that joke. When people usually talk about gosh, they usually talk about their Mario plushes, but sometimes they forget one set. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Gosh Sonic X set. In the early 2000s, with the release of Sonic X, Sega Prize made a set of 11 plushes. Yeah, you see these ones? Yeah, these don't matter. Now let's switch topics. Gosh is a company that makes different sized plushes for, I'm guessing, amusement parks and arcades. They made plushes for such brands as Mario, Sonic, Shrek. Anyway, Gosh got the permission to remake some of the plushes from the Sega Prize set. The characters they were able to make were Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow. And in today's video, we'll be reviewing these plushes and hopefully inform you guys about this set. This video was wanted by the person who commented on the last video, which you guys should check out, by the way. Like, right now, if you want. Like, I'll be waiting. Oh, you're back? Okay, good. Alright, with enough talking, let's get to the video by starting off with a different character than usual. That's right, Shadow the Hedgehog, baby! Anyway, let's start the head. The quills are shaped perfectly and the facial expression captures Shadow's design perfectly. And his red underbrows are accurate, unlike other Sonic X plushes. Ew. Now moving on to the body is where it gets a little off. The body is a strange oval shape that looks a little weird. But despite that, he still has his chest fur, or ironed on white cutout. All the plush's limbs are very skinny and mostly unstuffed, unlike other Sonic plushes. The shoes, like other Shadow plushes, are made really well, but there's something wrong. Here, let's look at this artwork. You see the black part on the back of the shoe? Okay, now let's look at the plush. You see it? Yeah, it's like brownish red for some reason. But anyway, this plush is really good. But now I have a question. Does this plush hold up compared to newer Shadow plushes? Well, let's see. Here's the plush compared to the Jack Specific one, and it definitely holds up. And lastly, here's the plush compared to the GE one, and I'd say it's still good. So now that we looked at the plush, let's go ahead and look at rarity. Now I am aware that there's different sizes, but I'm not going to give rarity for each size. So I'm just going to look at the rarity for the plush in general, so let's see. I can only find 2 listings on eBay UK. Dang, 2 UK Sonic plush videos in a row? Anyway, the first listing was going for around $50. Okay, sorry for the quick break, but I just want to let you guys know this part of the video and part of video forward is going to sound a little different because I got a microphone like halfway during the recording, so I'm going to sound a little different, so now you know. And lastly, the second listing was going for around $25. So the rarity of Shadow, I'd say goes for around $20 or $60 new or used. Any higher is probably a scam. Overall, this plush is great and a well-made Shadow plush, so let's go to the next character. The next plush we're looking at is Tails, and judging off looks, it's a decent Tails plush, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. The facial expression captures Tails' design pretty well, and the head shape is made correctly. The nose is made out of plastic, which in my opinion, Tails is the only Sonic character that can pull off a plastic nose. Moving on to the body, which still has that weird oval shape by the way, this looks okay. The chest fur, unlike Shadow's flat fur, is actually thin cut pieces of fabric. The hands are both made with each finger being stitched into an open hand and Tails having its wrist bracelets. The shoes are decent and they have the ankle bracelets. And lastly, the important part, the tails, and they're pretty good. This plush is pretty decent and has no mistakes as far as I could tell, so let's look at rarity. Again, for some reason, I can only find 2 listings. The first listing was going for $50, and the second listing was going for $80. So I'm gonna say that Tails goes for around $40 to $60. So anyway, let's go to the next character. The second to last character we're looking at is Knuckles, because unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle. Now in my opinion, this plush is the most basic one in the whole set. The dreads are nicely made and are in the right length. The facial expression is not bad, but there's something that makes it unique. Unlike the majority of Knuckles plushes, this one actually has Knuckles smiling, compared to most Knuckles plushes either frowning or being angry. Anyway, the body is again oval shaped. And for some reason, the crescent moon shape is really big even though it's supposed to be skinny. And the shoes are not amazing with all the details being printed on. But more importantly is the actual Knuckles. And they're pretty bad, they're just nubs you can barely see. Overall, this plush isn't bad, but it's not good, so let's look at rarity. Now with no surprise, this is the cheapest plush in the set with listings upon listings going for 20 or less. So that's the rarity of Knuckles, and hopefully this video does not cause Knuckles to be more expensive. So anyway, let's go to the last plush. Now of course the last character we're looking at is Sonic, and this plush in my opinion looks identical to the Sega price Sonic. It actually tricks me a lot when I do late night searches on eBay and I think I found a rare Sonic plush for $20. But anyway, let's look at the plush. The head is nicely shaped and the facial expression, like I said earlier, is so good it tricks me. And the body, do I have to say it again? The shoe details again are printed, but at least the bottom of the shoe is dark gray. And lastly, the fingers are stitched into an open hand. Now since it's Sonic, there's not a lot to talk about since Sonic has a simple design. Hold on, but I just realized I did not talk about the tags yet. The tag has a Sonic PNG jumping towards us with the Sonic X logo on the bottom right. So with that, let's look at rarity. Now remember when I said Knuckles is the cheapest? Yeah, it turns out Sonic actually is, so sorry Knuckles. The rarity of Sonic is actually $10 or more, which is crazy. And that does it for the Gosh Sonic X plushes. If you guys liked the video, then consider subscribing and liking for more. This video was really fun to make and I hope you guys enjoyed. So guys, I'll see you next time. Peace.